Hello, and welcome to the Metro MLS webinar reviewing financial calculators in FlexMLS. So to access the financial calculators that we have in FlexMLS, you would click on your menu button, and then underneath Maps Financial, you click on Financial Calculators. So we have two of the most used calculators in the system, which I think amortization is a more popular one. So it brings you here to the calculation reports. So when you hover over the report name, it'll give you a description. This calculator displays the breakdown of principal and interest in mortgage payments. If you'd like to see what it looks like before you run it, you can hit this View Sample link, and it takes you into the report here. All right. So to run it, I'm just going to hit back and then click the report link. So it brings you in here to the calculator. So the first field is a principal loan balance. So whatever the principal loan balance is, we'll pop that in there. So I'll put in $150,000. Annual interest rate, let's say your customer was approved at 3.5. Number of payments per year, the default is 12, but you've got other options to use if you need to. Loan terms in years, the default is 30, but again, you've got other options to use if you need to. Date of first payment, maybe you want to change that, so I'll put that as May 1st. All right, so when you click in this box, it will give you the calculated payment. Now, this is not including any insurance or PMI or anything like that. So you've got options for a balloon payment. So if you want to put in the balloon payment number and amount, you can. The full report is selected by default, but if you want annual totals only or payment totals only, you can, but the full report includes both of those. This is the title of your report. If you want to give it a new name, you can. You can either send it directly to the printer, but we're going to click on View. So this is the principal loan amount we got there, payments per year, number of payments, and then the payment amount. So this way you can kind of see how it would shake out. Your customer can kind of see how it would shake out for them. And this can be pretty helpful. All right, so I'm going to close that. The next report, I'm just going to hit back here, is the closing cost estimator. This calculator allows input of charges and expenses for a buyer and or seller at closing and calculates the closing costs or net proceeds. So if you wanted to mess around with this with your customer, you could. So when you open it up, it brings you to this screen. To do a new one, you click New. Here you would put in the name of your customer. You get the full version there or print the condensed version. So here you can put in the estimator details for buyer and seller, the property address, the contract sales price, all this good stuff you can fill in here. Anything that has asterisks in it is required for entry. As you're going down the report, you've got a lot of other information that you can put in here. So if you notice, the left-hand side is the buyer's transaction side, and the right-hand side is the seller's transaction side. So this is where you can enter in any of this information. If you need to add a line item, you've got that option there to do that. As you're moving down the screen, things from settlement charges, commissions, all this good stuff. All right. Once you get this entered in, you can save it. You can email it directly to someone. You can create a PDF file if you need to, or send it directly to the printer. I'm going to hit cancel. So here I've got one that's kind of finished. So if I wanted to load that, I can select it and hit load. So if you save it, that's where they go to. They stay there. So maybe you want to work over it over the course of some time, you can. So you can come in here and you can fill out this information at your leisure. All right. This will conclude our webinar on the financial calculators in FlexMLS.